push comes to shove, I'm going to believe Julie over you because she's hot and you're not. Welcome back to Midnight Strike Through Mormons. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Cardinellis, and today I am joined via the interwebs by none other than Jacob Hansen, who I guess you're like the Kyrie Irving of the blogger knackle right now, because, dude, you're going after Julie Hanks again, man. Didn't that go bad for you the first time? So is this like just for clicks? Are you a glutton for punishment? What's going on, dude? Talk to me, man. It went
bad for me. I mean, I didn't get that memo. I felt like I came out of it okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's just, for anyone who doesn't know the story. I made a
You're releasing like what? Like a 7-part series? I got like alerts for like a week of anti-Julie Hanks propaganda. Like, what's going? Did she break up with you?
She kind of has a gold mine of material. I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing. So, in all honesty, I have nothing against Julie Hanks. Just everyone knows. Like, I don't know the lady. I don't, but like, none of that stuff. But the thing is that her ideas are common ideas that are growing in the church. Certain sorts of ideas, right? So, anyway.
Like good ideas? Like better homemaking projects? Or bad ideas? Like, clarify, dog.
Very, very bad and dangerous ideas. This little series that's coming out this week on my channel on Thoughtful Faith is the dangerous idea, or Dr. Julie Hanks' dangerous ideas.
Okay, so just before we even go into the merit of this, I have a question. Let's just say, give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not some Desnat that, you know, broken up and heartbroken by a beautiful blonde, and now you're just, you know, getting angry at the second hottest mom in Mormonism besides Michelle Stone, who we interviewed last week, right? And, you know, you're just dogging on her because she done you dirty somehow and you don't dig her. Isn't just calling her dangerous, giving her that cool edge that would
No.
The
thing is I have nothing against her. I don't know her. Like,
okay,
I don't know this woman.
Okay.
What I know is that things that she says online in public are like, no, they're like bad ideas.
Okay, so what's people say this crap about us all the time too. Oh, those guys they're anti this, anti that, and they're so horrendously white supremacists and bigoted and homophobic. And so if we're all of those things, it should be pretty easy in one sentence to quote something we said or did that was pretty heinous, right? What's the most heinous thing that your girl did?
I mean, I would want to leave it to the people that watch the videos to see exactly what she said.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, all right. She one of the lines, if you look, actually, the titles of each of the videos are things that she said, like that abstinence from pornography is not realistic. Or how about that the church is not for everybody. And she means like, because there are people like maybe that are gay or otherwise that it's you know, the church isn't for you because like it's too toxic or things. And she'll say that people are happier and healthier outside of the church. Now, the thing is we in the video go in and address like, okay, let's see if there's any truth to this, but then we also explore sort of
so that to me,
a bad thing to say.
That to me doesn't come across as horrible and heinous. It comes across as corrosive and untrue.
Well, the thing is that people
not dangerous. Like, is it really dangerous?
No, the dangerous ideas are the one. The thing is the most dangerous thing is not a razor blade. The most dangerous thing is a razor blade that's buried in a piece of cake. Something that seems...
you checked your kid's candy. You're one of those guys that still checks the kid's candy. Okay, yes, keep going. Okay.
But no, that's the thing is the devil never works by telling you just straight lies because they're very easy to spot and take care of. But if you sort of like the story of Adam and Eve, right? The devil doesn't lie to Eve. He tells her truths and lies kind of mixed together. And so again, I can't do it justice here just off the top of my head.
Okay.
I made the video specifically so we could specifically get into it.
Okay.
But everyone, just so people know the story here.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not some weirdo who's like obsessed with Julie Hanks.
Okay.
It all started when someone that I knew left the church and I knew that they were a follower of Julie Hanks, and like somehow they had mentioned something that kind of like was connected to her. And so I was like, who's this person, that's kind of been influencing this relative of mine? And then I started looking into her Instagram posts and all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, like this is like Latter-day Saints. I don't think they're supposed to say this kind of stuff out in public. And so what I did was I made a series of one video. I literally said nothing in the video. I just took things she said, and then I contrasted it with things that were said in like general conferences.
Yeah, you juxtaposed it.
And that video like went crazy. And then she ended up responding to that video just recently with Bridger Coburn. Bridger came out and he said, hey,
oh yeah,
Julie, come on my show, and then I'll let you kind of explain all these things. I invited her on my show too to talk about it, but she didn't want to, and she called me a Desnat and all this other stuff. And so anyway, they did a whole episode on it. So what I did was I got with my buddy Hayden Carroll, and we watched their conversation, and then we reviewed what Bridger and Julie were talking about when she was responding to the critique. And so that was a long 2-hour video. And so I took a bunch of clips out of that, and then I created this little series that I've released so that people don't have to watch the full 2-hour conversation that Hayden and I have.
Okay, interesting. So I have an undeveloped opinion on Julie Hanks yet. There's some things that are developing and developing quickly. There's some things I've noticed. I'm dubious of people that John DeLynn promotes, because his agenda is, he's obviously one of the biggest anti-Mormons on YouTube that we deal with. I know for a fact he's a dishonest person, and how he's just dealt with me and my friends personally. I know he lies. And you're right. Death by a million paper cuts can happen just as quickly as one fast slash from a machete. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, not just as quickly, but just as badly. It's just over a different spread of time. And I believe that there are dishonest actors in the bloggernacle, online, so on and so forth, that are missionaries for secularism into the church instead of missionaries for godliness into secular and progressive society.
Well, I would pause though when it comes to Julie. I don't see her necessarily as a dishonest actor. In fact, I would guess that she's an honest actor. That's my impression.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying she is either. I'm just saying,
okay.
I'm just thinking out loud here, and I'm saying, okay, I know that there's dishonest actors that exist. I'm not saying she is one, but one of them is John DeLynn, and he's promoting her stuff pretty regularly. He's promoted her t-shirts. He's retweeted her and requoted her as saying, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And when the number one anti-Mormon is saying what you're doing is amazing, it kind of makes me think,
one of the episodes coming up, keep an eye on my channel. One of those little clip segments is about her relationship with John DeLynn and how she basically says, yeah, he's my friend. And we, basically like didn't back away from him at all. And in fact, Bridger got on with her and said, he said that I don't think it's right to call John an anti-Mormon.
Well, that's just crazy. I mean, that's literally like saying like Mussolini wasn't a fascist, or, Karl Marx wasn't a socialist. Like, well, okay. I mean, if words have no more meaning. If you can't call the top anti-Mormon an anti-Mormon, words no longer have any meaning. At the same time, I will play devil's advocate to you as a person who is all the time mischaracterized and misunderstood online and so on and so forth. The world does not owe you understanding, and perception is reality. You can get lynched for something you didn't do, and you can lose in the court of public opinion for something you are not guilty of any day of the week. So I would never want to misjudge or mischaracterize somebody without getting a chance to interview or speak with them myself, unless the evidence was overwhelming. So I will say this though.
I have been asking her to come on my show. I'm not going to bite. I would love for her to explain these kind of things. And now I would ask some hard questions to really probe at what she thinks, but she didn't want to have any part of my invitation. But she knew that Bridger was a fan of hers. And so she went on Bridger's show with a very, friendly audience and decided to have the conversation. So, and she's worried that she's going to give me promotion or publicity. It's like, I don't care about any of that. My thing is that if you're out saying these things, I would love to be wrong. Like, I'd like to find a way to reconcile this. I don't think it's, I don't know how you're going to reconcile it, but like, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, come on, like, let's talk.
So this is my only personal litmus test. And then we can move on to our next subject after this. But what I've quickly found, and I've been doing this for 2 or 3 years now, and what I've quickly found is that the more truly anti you are to your core, the less willing you are to speak with faithfully intelligent voices. And I know a bunch of people are going to clip this and say, hey, you're not faithfully intelligent. That's why they won't. You know what I'm saying? But the more honestly, the more anti-Mormon you are, the more cowardly you generally are. And anti-Mormons that are truly anti-Mormon, that in their heart do not want the church to succeed at all, they know that so many of their arguments are just emotionally based and factually not based, and in scrutiny they wither under the sun. And they would never want to do that because it's not about truth. It's about just making the church look bad, and I can make them look bad without having to face an interviewer and an interlocutor, right? So for me, a litmus test has quickly become whether or not you have the guts to come on my show. You know, like, I know you're too far gone if you don't really have the guts to come on my show, and that you're pretty much probably just an anti-Mormon, not a person with confusion or doubts or so on and so forth. If you don't want to come on, because that's cowardice. And
well, hey, Julie,
it's a Bill Reel effect.
Have a conversation right here with Carden, kind of being the moderator to make sure that everything is fair. I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, and she's so hot. She's gonna get like an extra 3 or 4 points anyway. It's like, you know, like in Southern California, like when you take the fireman exam, you know, like if you're handicapped, you get like 5 points more. If you're minority, you get 10 points more. If you're gay, you get like 30 points more. Or whatever it is, you know, it's all the affirmative action credits. She gets like 25 points more because she's gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? And if push comes to shove, I'm going to believe Julie over you because she's hot and you're not. So, like,
well, real quick, just a thing here.
Yeah.
So everyone is totally clear. Again, nothing personal against Dr. Hanks. I think she's a good faith actor. I don't think she's acting in bad faith. I'm not out here saying that she's.
No, you don't think the first time I came across her.
My thing is this.
Yeah?
It's simply this. This is my critique. She puts out ideas that are very common, growing in the church, that are popular, that are bad, false ideas. And when someone has 100,000 followers on Instagram and they're out promoting these ideas, I think that it's perfectly fair to have someone else say, hey, hold on a second. These ideas are not right for reason X, Y, Z. And that's kind of what I'm trying to be.
Okay. Cool. So that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, Julie, if you're scared of Desnat Jacob Hansen, Digital Danite Jacob, come on my show and we'll chop it up. We'll talk it up. I'll get some pointers from him. I'll get some inquietudes. How do you say that in English? I'll get some angsts or some questions I've had. And we'll chop it up, and it's probably going to be fun. And I'll put you on the thumbnail, not me. You know, YouTube 70% boys. So, you know, they see the pretty girl, they click. So it'll just be a win-win situation, and we'll have some fun. We'll chop it up, and we'll see if you really stand by the logical conclusion, a lot of things that you've said. Yeah, so that's all I got, I guess. Julie, come on to our show. She did once in Instagram comments, because we pushed back on her whole love is advocacy thing when she was obviously trying to lampoon Elder
Holland.
Elder Holland. And I'm like, yeah, hold on a second, girlfriend. You and I are both from California, and you know what that lobby and that slogan has done to our state, done to families, done to children. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really sure you want to say that? Like,
I always have a little bit of a problem when her harshest critiques have been generally labeled towards the brethren rather than John DeLynn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you, yeah. Okay, look, you know what? Julie, come on. Just come on the show. We'll chop it up. I'll mute Jacob if he talks too much, and we'll have some fun. That's all I got. Any last words before we close this out? Jacob Hansen.
Yeah. Just again, I'm not against Julie Hanks. I don't hate her, have nothing personal against her. And if you want to come on to the Midnight Mormon show with me, that'd be awesome. That would be ideal. We could really work through this. I'd love to kind of get this water under the bridge. If not, and you want to just talk with Carden, Carden's a solid dude. So you should take him up
she
on the
grew
offer.
up in, we have like mutual friends. Like my steak borders her old steak, dude. Like it's all Hollywood people down here. You know what I'm saying? So we got a bazillion mutual friends. We'll see if we can't make it happen. I still get angry phone calls because I've had you on my show. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty funny. So maybe I'll get another round here, you know. This is Midnight Mormons. See you guys in the next program. Hey guys, Cardinellis here. Thanks for watching the video. Now, before we go on to the next video, we gotta talk. We've got a ton of subscribers for which we are very grateful, but unfortunately, I'm going over the analytics and less than 15% of you guys have clicked on the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Now, besides being subscribed to this channel, you need to click that bell icon so you get alerted to every video we drop. We're making about 3 videos a week, dropping them once every other day, and you're not gonna see all of them unless you've clicked on that bell icon. So please make sure you like and you share and you subscribe and you also click on the bell icon. See you guys in the next program.